You're going to be seeing more than usual of Beth McAvoy's superb storytelling this evening. That's because this is her last day at 207 in New Center, Maine. We're going to be giving her a farewell at the end of the show.
But let's begin with this. Over the years on 207, we have told dozens of stories about hikers, people who summit world-class peaks, who set records with how fast or how far they climb. Stories of people hiking barefoot in storms in all kinds of places in all kinds of conditions. And Beth joins us with a new hiking story, one we've never even heard of.
I had never heard of this either, Rob and Sammy. Like most people, when Chelsea Eason moved to New Hampshire several years ago, she wanted to explore. She started hiking, but she quickly realized she wanted to share the trail with someone, and she found the perfect partner. Hikers are used to seeing dogs on the mountain, but this story is the tale of the trail and the hare.
You ready to go?
Meet Moose. She's a 9-pound Rex rabbit who just happens to love hiking.
She definitely has like a good temperament. She doesn't scare easy.
It's hard to imagine that this 3.5-year-old rabbit has hopped her way to the summit of New Hampshire's 48 4,000-foot peaks.
I swear her favorite part is eating twigs along the trail. Like maintenance, I guess.
Moose has been blazing her own trail since 2019. Her owner, Chelsea, doesn't see rabbits the way the rest of us do.
I've always been a weird kid, and I had a rabbit growing up, and I would just every day take my bicycle that had the basket in it, and the rabbit would ride in the basket with me and go wherever I went. So I've never really seen rabbits as like a stationary pet or like a pet to keep in a cage.
A couple of years ago, Chelsea wanted to see if she could combine her love of bunnies and the outdoors.
When I first got her, we went up Moose Lock, and I had a little fanny pack, and she just sat in the fanny pack, and she was as quiet and observant and chill. Like, she just really enjoyed the whole experience. I was like, well, I guess she's a hiking rabbit now.
From that first mountain, Moose got her name and started down her rabbit hole of hiking.
It took a while to find this particular harness that just goes around her shoulder blades.
How long does it take to train a bunny to hike?
So it took a lot of like training for her to figure out that we stay on a trail, and like that's the direction you have to go instead of just wandering throughout the woods. That took a lot of training, probably like a year's worth of training.
Moose sets the pace, which means hopping really fast, and then a lot of breaks.
It's like sprint and stop, sprint, stop.
Aesop's fable was spot on.
It's hard enough with my short legs, but her short legs, it's gonna be even harder.
When she's tired of the trail, Moose gets a lift.
She just hikes when she wants to. Which, it sounds like a good plan for me. I wish I had that.
Fellow hikers who encounter her on the trail find it a bit hair-raising.
Oh, that's in the back? Okay.
How is it on a leash? Does it walk along?
Yeah. Sweet. A lot of people are just stoked to see a rabbit. There's a lot of like, wow, that's a first. A lot of people, I mean, she's very friendly. You could pet her and hold her, and that's usually what people want to do when they meet her.
But it's the reaction to Moose online that's really blown Chelsea away. Moose has had her own Instagram page for a while, but Chelsea says TikTok happened almost by accident.
I just had like a few videos showing her hopping up, I think like Monroe and a few others, and all of a sudden my phone was blowing up. I was seeing the videos like all over the internet, and all my friends were messaging me. It's like, is this your rabbit? I'm like, yeah. Like, it was unnerving because I am 100% introvert.
TikToks of Moose hiking have been viewed more than 5 million times. Not bad for a bunny.
Kind of like blew my mind that the whole time we had been doing the 48, that people actually wanted to see more of her adventure.
Summiting mountains with Moose may mean more work for Chelsea, but she says the precious moments they've encountered along the trail have made the miles not so long.
There's this young woman, I want to believe she was in her 20s, hiking with her fiance, and as we were coming down the mountain, she saw Moose, and she loved rabbits. Once she held Moose, she started like crying tears of joy, And I guess like that moment for me to make somebody that happy on trail was like made everything worth it, because hiking the Whites is definitely hard endurance-wise and on your spirit a little bit. But like making people happy makes it worth it.
Chelsea and Moose have no plans of slowing down. They're currently working on hiking the 52 with a view. That's 52 peaks in New Hampshire, all that have an elevation of above 2,500 feet. And I have to tell you guys, the video can't capture just how soft this rabbit is. I mean, so soft.
I love it. Got to get me a moose.
Absolutely.
I'll use a moose.
Yeah.